Hello guys, si San Veloso ulit ito at welcome sa episode 8 ng larutan ng The Blackwell Epiphany. So, tuloy natin yung adventure ni na Rosa at saka Joey. Nung huling episode, meron tayong nalaman na bagong ghost, mga grupo ng mga multo na kailangan natin iligtas. So, ito ngayon si Fielding ito isa. Tapos doon sa entrance nitong gym niya, nakilala na natin, alam natin yung pangalan ng multo doon sa katapat na apartment ni George Austin. So, kausapin na natin to si
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Peter. Peter Fielding?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years? Seems like yesterday.
Nice place.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
No. I really don't think exercise is gonna do me much good.
It's amazing how many people think that. You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong. But time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
At the lights.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
How are you feeling?
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're gonna explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the last thing I have to worry about.
Your father.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
Your father then.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of.
Umulit lang eh. Take notes. Member ka ba ng Grace Group?
Ever hear of the Grace Group? I understand you went to a few meetings.
You know about that?
Sure.
Wow. Well, yeah. I went to some meetings. It was all I needed.
Why's that?
Well, I wasn't the most focused of people back then. It's a long story, but it's been my life ever since.
Napindot ko yun pasaway. May alam ka dito?
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
No, sorry, I haven't been to the village in years.
May kilala kang Michael Cooper.
Hey, I think I met a friend of yours, Father Michael Cooper.
Michael? Now there's a name I haven't heard in a while. How is he?
He's seen better days.
I'm sorry to hear that. He'll pull through. He always has.
Okay. Kaano mo yung Tanya Corsi sa labas?
I hear Tanya Corsi went to this gym.
She's been coming here for years. That body you see on TV, I take full credit for that.
Well, we all gotta be proud of something.
May kilala kang Benjiro?
Do you know anything about Benjiro? Ran the Grace Group meetings.
Sure.
Well?
Funny. I can't think of anything to say exactly. It's been 20 years.
Sure, people forget things.
That's it exactly. I just didn't think it would happen to me so soon.
Kumusta si Jeffrey Dutta?
Did you know Jeffrey Dutta?
You know Jeff too.
Not really, I just heard of him.
Good guy. Took care of my neighbor's dog when she was on vacation.
Ano masasabi mo tungkol sa sarili mo?
So tell me about yourself, Peter.
I'm the guy who's gonna kick your butt into shape.
Well, we'll see.
Okay. Ano masasabi mo kay Heather Goffstein?
Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather too. Who don't you know?
Well, I'm a people person.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
Okay, so... Wala na. So... For now.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Okay, so sabihin natin kay Rosa na nandito siya.
So I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
Okay, so Rosa, usap kayo muna.
Hey, Joey?
Yeah?
I can't remember the last time I went to a gym.
Thinking of joining?
With all the walking I do every day, I don't think I need to.
No topics.
Tanya Corsi. How come we only meet famous people when they're dead?
Because they need us. That's why.
Michael gave us a few names. We probably should look into them.
After you, dear.
Combine tayo ng clues.
No, I don't see any connection at all. If there's a connection, I don't see it.
Kaya nga sinusubukan ko i-combine eh.
I can't see any connection.
Okay, so wala. At least meron tayong mga information na nakuha kahit paano.
So, have you heard of this Tanya Corsi person?
Tanya Corsi? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean she had a TV show. Let's get going.
Station, fields. Okay, so balik tayo dito. Alam natin yung pangalan niya eh. Ay, teka. Tanong natin to sa ano kung alam nung ano. Kung alam nung doorman kung kilala niya si Tanya.
Hi.
Yes, miss?
Tanya Corsi.
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi?
Who?
She hosted a major television show. She lived across from George.
Oh, sorry, I don't watch a lot of television. And that apartment's been vacant as long as I've worked here. So, I'm afraid I can't tell you anything.
Okay. Baka sakali lang. Baka sakali lang tayo. Baka may alam ka eh. Iba na yung sigurado. Okay, Joey. Ikaw na. Go.
Hi there.
Hello again, mister. What brings you by?
Kasi, you're Tanya Corsi.
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you?
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
May kilala kang ano? Heather Gaffs.
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Come on, that note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
Okay, Peter Fielding.
So, I heard you go to Peter Fielding's gym.
I do. Or rather, I did. After what happened to him, I just couldn't.
You mean his...
Death? Yes. So senseless.
Jeffrey Dutta.
Do you know a guy named Jeffrey Dutta?
Sorry, I don't.
Yung dun sa... Yung note sa sahig. Heather tapos J. So, yun. Ayun, si Jeffrey Data yung malamang yung J.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
So, Tanya, tell me about yourself.
You want to get to know the real Tanya Corsi. The Tanya that you don't read about in the tabloids and magazines?
If you'll let me.
I barely know you, Mr. Malone. Although if you swing by more often, you might learn a thing or two.
Okay. May kilala kang Michael Corner? Ay, Michael Corner.
Do you know a Michael Cooper?
I don't. Sorry.
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place in Chelsea.
Sorry, no.
Grace Group.
Do you know anything about a self-help organization called the Grace Group?
Grace Group? No, I haven't. Sorry.
Okay, pero at least alam natin yung pangalan niya. Okay, paano katulong yun?
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but I'll see you around.
Ta.
Okay talaga eh. Check natin ulit yung ano. Email. So ko ba nabasa? Ay, yung ano, hindi pa email. Yung ano, yung notes sa sahig. So tanong natin kay Palmer, Officer Palmer, yung kwento ni Tanya kung nasa file.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Tanya Corsi.
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi's death?
Tanya Corsi? What are you doing getting involved with her?
It's...
Complicated. Yeah, I get it. Durkin warned me it might get weird. Anyway, there's not much to tell. She slipped in her shower and hit her head on the tub. She fell unconscious and she drowned. The coroner did an autopsy on her and found traces of whiskey and Valium in her system. Not a good combination.
She killed herself?
If you believe the tabloids, then yeah. But the coroner says no. There wasn't much in her system to actually kill her, but it was enough to make her a bit clumsy.
So it was just an accident.
So it would seem.
Okay. Si accident din ang namatay si Peter Fielding. So, para may connection dun
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Para may connection yun So, balikan natin si balikan natin si Madeline. Tsaka si Father Cooper.
You return with news, I hope.
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter Fielding.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he tried to get me to join a gym.
I thought as much.
You thought so? What do you mean?
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
What about George and Leah? So wait, this is our fault? We can't just leave him.
So what? We just leave the spook to rot?
Of course not. It has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him, and save him we shall.
How? The usual rules have been chucked out the window. We make a move and he gets hammered, and we're not gonna let that happen, not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
You've never seen this before?
You've been around the block a few times, so to speak. Nothing like this has ever happened to you before?
The destruction of the very essence of life? No. Such a thing is difficult to contemplate, and to witness it, even more so.
What about George and Leah?
But what about George and Leah?
From my understanding, they were aware of their death when they were taken.
Yeah, they were.
Then there is your answer. They were spiritually ready to leave this world, and so were vulnerable. This Fielding, was it? He is a lucky soul indeed. Until he is made aware, he cannot be taken. Not by you, or by anyone else.
So wait, this is our fault?
So wait, this is our fault?
Whatever do you mean?
Leah, George. Just by trying to save them, we destroyed them.
I suppose. Yes, it could be seen that way. But please do not blame yourself. How could you have known?
Ignorance doesn't change anything.
Listen to me. Whatever or whoever is taking these souls, they were marked long before they died. All we can do now is move forward and save who we can.
Okay, we'll be back.
We need to think about this, plan our next move.
Of course. In fact, I might have an idea along those lines. I must confer with my host. Please excuse me.
Got a sec?
What is it this time?
I always used to wonder what it would be like to go to this school. Never thought it would take this.
Okay, sundan natin.
He's okay? Peter's really okay?
He is still deceased, but in all other respects, yes. He is as well as can be.
This changes everything. You have no idea. You two, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And maybe Heather, too. Yes, Heather. If she wasn't taken, then her soul must still be lost.
And this is a good thing?
Of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved. And maybe so can mine.
So what's the plan?
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be brought here.
And Heather. Heather's soul must still be out there.
And her as well, of course.
Okay. Let's go to the gym.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the gym. It's not too far away. You can talk to him there.
Are you kidding? I step out of this circle, who knows what could happen? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George, and then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
Won't that destroy them?
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid so, my host.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
Tell me about Peter. Tell me about Heather. So, Peter muna.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions for a while. But George wasn't really the personal fitness type.
Tell me about Heather.
I need to know everything you can tell me about Heather.
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood?
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
Okay. Tanong natin kung may kilala kang Tanya Corsi.
Did you ever watch Tanya Corsi's show?
No, sorry.
Okay, so wala tayong information na makukuha.
I guess we should get going.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside.
Hey, Madeline?
Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please, and thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.
Okay, so nagkasundo na sila, so... Dali. Andali lang, guys. Check ko lang yung guide ko, sandali. Yung mga locations. Fields Gym, tapos Heather's old address. So, pwede, meron din doon, so... Go. Save muna natin. Okay, punta natin yung bagong address. Heather. O, isang rin to. Location para sa footprints.
Whatever.
Ayun pala, nag-trigger na. Hindi ko nakala yun. So anyway, nag-trigger naman na eh. So, garden gate?
Some nasty spikes up there. I'm not climbing over it for sure. Pretty solid. No way I'm getting through. It just looks like a hallway leading down to a set of stairs. The window doesn't open from the outside.
Ayun yung multo niya, nice. Joey.
Hey, how'd you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How'd you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Sad
Those
dance.
plants are barely clinging to life. I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see. Dark and dusty. Can't tell what's in there. There's nothing worth visiting on the other side. Must lead inside. Just a dark hallway. I can't see a thing in there. Frozen solid. Nobody's gonna have a picnic on that anytime soon. Give me just a second. I'm gonna add that to my list of things I cannot touch.
Oh, hipan mo na lang.
I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see.
Ano masasabi mo sa kanya?
A locked gate. A problem for some. Nice looking girl. I suppose that's an asset in her line of work. Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hi. What's up?
You should be out here. You live here? Heather Goffstein?
Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You did come from Ray, right?
I came to see you.
I don't know any Ray. I came to see you.
Oh, well, that's sweet, I guess. But it doesn't matter. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right. But we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
Okay. You don't seem surprised. You live here?
You live here?
I do. Why?
No reason. Just making conversation.
You sure you should be out here?
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night. Right.
You don't seem surprised?
You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe.
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess.
Check notes. Sino si Ray? Teka, ano muna. Grace Group.
Can you tell me about the Grace Group, Heather?
Grace Group?
Yeah. You were a member, right?
Sorry, I don't know what that is.
Come on, think. You met in the basement of Grace Church.
What, like AA? I'm not an alcoholic, thank you.
Okay. May alam kang cart?
You ever go to the Carth House? Dumpy place, Chelsea.
I don't think so. Sorry.
Okay. Michael Cooper.
Tell me about Father Michael Cooper.
Father Michael? Is he a priest or something?
Yeah, or something. He was part of the Grace Group.
I don't know him. Sorry.
Are you sure? He seems to know you.
You don't meet many priests in my line of work. Or at least, if you do, they don't usually tell you.
Tanya
Do
Corsi.
you know a Tanya Corsi?
I don't think so. Sorry.
Benjiro.
Do you know a guy named Benjiro?
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Peter Fielding.
Do you know a guy named Peter Fielding? Runs a gym in Murray Hill.
I can't really say one way or the other. Sorry. I could get into trouble.
Ano masabi mo tungkol sa sarili mo?
So, tell me a bit about yourself, Heather.
Can we not, please? Let's just enjoy the evening, okay? It's nice out here.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, sino yung Ray?
So, tell me about this Ray character.
I really shouldn't. Ray is really exclusive with the clients we're given. I shouldn't have told you the name.
Ano ba
So,
siya?
tell me about this Ray character.
Ray is...
Okay.
Well, Heather, I have to get going.
Sure. I'd leave the gate open, but for some reason, I don't think that will be a problem for you.
I got something to say.
Yes?
Heather is interesting.
Interesting.
Not a typical spook. She's not confused, not really lost. She seems quite happy, really.
This is a bad thing?
No, but she's either hiding something or... I don't know. We'll crack it, let's just keep doing what we do. Ray. So many names, it's hard to keep them straight.
Actually, may idea ako kung anong pwedeng gawin eh. So, Rosa. Clues.
Heather Goffstein. She worked for Ray, and now she's dead.
Yun lang eh. Sabihin natin kay Michael na buhay si intact pa yung spirit ni spirit ni Heather.
Ha! You're kidding me.
I am not. You will find out for yourself one day.
Hey, good to see you guys again. Madeline here was just telling me the funniest story.
My host, please.
Right, sorry.
Father Michael?
Yeah?
Okay. Sabi natin, may kilala kang Ray?
Did Heather ever talk about Ray? Her, boss?
Sadly, no. I'm sorry.
Okay. Emil Haskins.
Are you familiar with Emil Haskins, Leah's ex-husband?
Sadly, no. Leah and I lost touch years ago. I didn't know she had even married in the first place until recently. But I feel for him. Do you know, there's no word for a parent who loses a child. The prospect is so unthinkable, we can't even name it.
Kendra Haskins.
Did you know Leah's daughter, Kendra?
My God, I heard what happened. Madeline told me that her soul passed on peacefully? That she's where she is supposed to be?
Yes, she's fine.
I see. You have my thanks for that.
Leah Piero.
Leah was part of the Grace group, right?
It was over 20 years ago, but yes. She was a secretary at the time, I think. She was childhood friends with George Austin, and she brought him to the meetings, hoping to help him out. Turns out it helped both of them. She quit her job and joined the police force. She said the Grace group helped her find her way. I suppose until now, it did.
Okay.
You knew George Austin, right?
Yeah, years ago. We went to the Grace group meetings together. He was... God, you should have seen him. A total mess. He looked like a street bum. I don't think he'd showered in weeks. But that was George. He only put effort into the things he cared about. The Grace group helped him find what that was.
I heard he became an art dealer.
Yeah, none of us could believe it. George, least of all. He always used to say that he would never have discovered his calling on his own, and he would have wasted his entire life not knowing. I used to feel the same way.
Tell me about Heather.
Is there anything else you can tell us about Heather? Anything at all?
I just know she was a prostitute when she went to Grace group meetings. I don't know what's happened to her since.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Peter? Anything that can help us?
No. Of all the people in our group, Peter was the one I spoke to the least. I think George once belonged to his gym, even took personal training sessions, but George...
Okay.
I guess we should get going.
Godspeed.
Okay, balik tayo doon sa Balik tayo doon sa gym ni, Peter. So, kailangan talaga si Joey ngayon. Sunod-sunod.
Madeline said she used a bit of her essence to activate that circle, and that this totem would zap spooks into it.
Tanong natin, baka kilala niya si Ray.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Personal training session.
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I could swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
No. Well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit.
Teka. Tanong natin yung Hindi pa tayo tapos magtanong eh.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Ray.
Do you know anyone named Ray?
Sorry, I don't.
I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
Hey, Rosa. Kahit na hindi kayo nagkita, malalaman mo na kagad yung number na yun eh.
No, I don't see any connection at all.
Alam ko na. Ipa-trace natin mamaya. Teka.
Hey, this is Peter. You know what to do.
Ipa-trace natin kay Ipa-trace natin kay Palmer.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
Alright, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
Peter Fielding's address.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Teka, check ko lang yung ulit. Guide. Wala pa. Yung susunod na locations, di pa natin na-encounter. So, Fielding.
The front door. It's locked. Typical.
Oh, coming. Yeah.
Who are you? Could I ask you a few questions?
Could I ask you a few questions?
No. Who are you?
I'm a friend of Peter's. Working with the police.
I'm working with the police.
And?
And I need to ask you a few things.
I've already told the cops everything. I wasn't there. Just leave me alone.
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
Dunno. It can't be your copious amount of social grace.
Okay, so Joey. Pasok.
It's a painting of a young woman. No idea who she is. I can't smell them, but even I can tell those flowers are fake.
Pizza box.
Ugh, who knows how long that's been lying around. I'm not just gonna blow on everything
Trip-trip
I
nga
see.
lang eh. Fields Gym, no limits. Peter Fielding, gold member. Ito, kailangan natin itong card na to. Hipan mo. Isa pa.
No good. The rug's too thick.
Nge. Baka nagkamali ako dito ah.
A painting of a country home, some kind of farm maybe? Looks quaint in any case. She looks like she stopped caring about anything years ago. She shivered a bit, but no other reaction. After seeing the state of this joint, Red's place doesn't seem so bad.
NYC probation, 392 Broadway. Dear Miss, reply, case number LM67R1339. As your probation officer, I am bound to report your absence. from our meetings to the proper authorities. I understand your desire to get your head together after the events of the guardhouse, but I am afraid I must follow a formal process. Your next appointment is January 10, 2014. If you attend this and every subsequent meeting promptly and in a proper spirit, I can have your absence from previous appointments excused. Carol Nowak. Pwede mong hipan yon?
I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see.
Okay, so... Tapos na. Sayang yung card. Paano kaya makukuha yun? Rosa. Search. Ay, may bagong email. Dr. Kue, buhay ka pa? Dear Miss Blackwell, I just wanted to reach out again. I am aware that this is a difficult subject, but if we are to prevent your aunt and grandma's condition to resurface in you, we must take the proper steps. Please contact me and we can schedule an appointment. Hindi na. Okay. Teka, tama ba spelling ko? Teka. Joey, balik nga doon. Sayang yung card. Nowak pala, okay. Ba't wala?
Yuck, who knows how long that's been lying around. I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see. I can't smell them, but even I can tell those flowers are fake. I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see. I'll just wait until we've got more privacy.
Subukan nga natin.
Oh, coming. You again? What is it this time?
This is Peter's apartment.
This is Peter Fielding's apartment. Why are you living here?
Because I do? Now, please leave.
Charming woman, like a hedgehog, but without the winning personality.
Uwi muna tayo.
Got a sec?
Yeah?
Case number.
I wonder who this case number is referring to.
It's obviously your friend in Peter's apartment. Who she is another matter entirely.
May idea na ako about that. Balik tayo kay Officer Palmer.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
If I gave you a parole case number, could you look up who it belongs to?
I can't, no. Sorry.
It was worth a try. Thanks anyway.
Ray.
Do you know anything about someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just Ray, no last name.
No. Whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar if you need it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Ayun, yung location. Pantini.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Check ko lang ang timer natin, guys. 1 minute na lang pala, so save natin to sa area na yun, sa bagong location. Ano yun eh, isa yun to sa mga spots. Ito, lakad-lakad muna tayo konti. Trigger natin yung kailangan mairita si Joey.
Have you been drinking, kid?
I'm not drunk.
Could have fooled me.
Okay, yan, timer na. Save ko na muna dito, guys. So, next episode tuloy natin dito. So, dali lang, check ko lang. Save. Pa. Okay guys, next episode tuloy natin dito sa Vantini's. So, Garrison Velosa signing off guys. Next episode ulit.